Hi, I'm Deb, and this is One More Whip. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you're new here, thanks for dropping by. If you're not new here, thanks for sticking with. Today I have a finished object, an unfinished object, and a couple finds to show you. So in a video a little bit back, I showed you I was working on a blanket for my grandson, which I have finished. That was a lot. I worked on that blanket for a long time, and he saw me working on it, but he had no clue it was for him. And I was there working on it again, and he looked at me and he said, "Nanny, I want a blanket." And I said, "Well, would you like this one?" And his eyes got a little bit big, and he goes, "Well, green is my favorite color." And I said, "I know green is your favorite color." And he goes, "Are you making this for me?" I said, "I am." Well, then he bugged me until it was finished. So I did get it done. I wear a microphone because I'm so far away from my camera, so I apologize for any rustling you're gonna hear. So last time I showed it, oh goodness, I don't even know how far in we were. This blanket is huge. So I used a hunter green, a sage green, and then 3 different variegated green colors. So I don't know if you can see the colors in that. This one's kind of a blue green. Then from there, I moved into almost like a marled green and cream color. And then I put in this one. This one was actually part of that Hobby Lobby clearance. And then I just put on, I think it was half doubles and a single and half doubles. I'm not sure. He loves this blanket and he drags it around all the time. When I went to grab it off his bed, the cat was laying on it and she wasn't very happy about being tossed, but that's okay. So I got that finished. I've worked on a couple other things. I'm working on some scarves and washcloths. I showed you that Happy at the Fairgrounds yarn, and while I was there, I picked up another one. I couldn't find the ball band for this one, but it was very much like this. The color changes were very quick, but it was in a red color. And I thought you might like to see how that worked up. I was kind of surprised with how it worked up. So I really, really like that. So I may be getting more of this color next time I go, or those really short color changes within the yarn. I love those. They make a pretty decent impact. It looks almost a little gingham-y without being gingham. And the other day, I ran into our Dollar General here in town. I never shop at Dollar General, but I had to make a really quick stop to pick up one thing. I knew I could find it there, so I ran in. And I don't go anywhere without checking out their craft section, no matter how small. And look at what I found. I could not believe it. It's, I don't have my glasses with me, of course, but the color is raspberry. It's 114 yards, and it's 85% cotton, 15% polyester. And it says it's a 4-weight, but it's a pretty thin 4. So I also, this green one I have here is a sugar and cream, and it's a 4-weight, but that pink one is quite a bit smaller. And one of my pet peeves about kitchen cotton is that it is a 4, because I like thinner dishcloths. So almost all of the dishcloths I make end up being hot pads because I don't like a bulky, heavy dishcloth. This one, I use this particular stitch to make them not so heavy. It's just front loop, back loop, front loop, back loop, and it sort of opens things up a little bit. This cloth has got like a lot of give. It's not real stiff and tight, and so that front loop, back loop alternating stitch can open things up make it a little thinner. But I'm really, really looking forward to using this and just seeing how much I like a lighter cotton. Another find was a UFO. I generally work one project at a time. If I do anything more than that, it's like with this blanket, going around and round and round and round without anything changing can be a bit tedious. So I would stop for a couple hours, whip up a washcloth, and go right back to it. But I generally don't have 2 blankets and a shawl and a scarf and a hat. That's, if I were to do that, nothing would ever get done. So almost 2 years ago, I whipped up these squares, and there's a lot of them. Well, first let me show you. So there's a whole, I have 3 of these full, and every single square, no, they're not all identical. They're different. They're all grannies. And they're not very large. These are, I mean, I've got a big hand, but these are not, I'm gonna guess they're about 4-inch squares. I have an entire blanket worth of squares here. So I am going to be stitching these up because they're just sitting in a bag. What was I thinking? I think I made them for someone in particular and decided that person needed something else. But look at how sweet that little square is. So I'm going to be putting these together. I'm working on some scarves for wings. So when I have a few more scarves made, I'll start whipping this thing together and I'll let you know how it goes. So a little personal stuff here. Things have been busy around here. Our son is on a traveling baseball team. I think I've mentioned that before. And we're coming to the end of the summer baseball season. And he had a tournament last weekend. Next weekend, we are going to be going to Reno for a 4-day baseball tournament. Kids are coming from all over the place. And after that, we're going to spend a few days up in Northern California visiting family. But to get from here to Reno, we are going to be driving the beautiful Highway 395. It's beautiful. So many wonderful things are on that stretch of road. They have a wonderful fish hatchery that's always fun to go to. There's Mount Whitney. There is Alabama Hills, where a lot of Westerns have been formed. There is Manzanar, the Japanese internment camp. There are lakes and woods and just beautiful, beautiful scenery all the way up there. So I might just be taking a little bit of footage for you guys just to get a taste of some of the sweetness of living in California. I don't like to get political. California is not the loveliest place in the world to live right now, but the scenery is amazing. Where we live, we are 2 hours away from Los Angeles. We are 2 hours away from the beach. We are all over we can get just about anywhere we want in 2 hours. We can be in Death Valley. We can be just about anywhere. So the landscape of California is just lovely. So I might be taking some pictures along the way, see how that looks for you guys, maybe get a taste of that sweet little piece of California along 395. And while we're in Reno, I'm going to see about checking out some yarn shops, see what they've got. So you might see some of that. So just a little bit of what may be coming up here. So I hope to see you guys soon. And I hope that you guys have a lovely, lovely day, and that today finds you with a hook in your hand. And it's just full of goodness and sweetness for you. You guys have a good one. Bye.